Right now, whales are stealing your Bitcoin, institutions are front-running the next alt season through coin, and liquidity signals are screaming massive upside is near. As I'm speaking, ETH whales just had their biggest accumulation spike since 2018, Bitcoin inflows to Binance are at their lowest levels in years, and global M2 liquidity surging and setting up for the same exact macro conditions that kicked off the 2023 bull run. In today's video, I'm going to show you why this is all converging, all of it converging into one explosive truth. Pulsechain could be setting up for the next 10,000x, and no one except us is going to be ready for it. This episode is going to walk you through every chart that matters, the exact timeline for the BTC melt up, and why tiny alts are about to go parabolic while the rest of the market is still asleep. You'll want to stay until the end because I'm going to show you the exact levels whales are accumulating and the window you have left before they rip it out of your hands. They're stealing all your coins. Do me a favor, press that like button, leave a comment, subscribe. Let's get on to it. No time to waste. This is going to be one of my most important shows you'll ever watch. Let's get on to it. Here we are with the global M2 chart. So in early 2023, there was a major surge in global M2 that led Bitcoin into a major rally for about 10 weeks later. And so the green zones, they highlight where the M2 was rising, and BTC followed up with what? Extremely strong gains, as you can see in the chart. So around April 2023, in March, December 2024, there were major drops in the M2, which preceded what? Of course, BTC corrections. And so these red zones, they mark when the liquidity dried up and when BTC reacted extremely shortly after. And so M2 has been climbing up strongly since early 2025. So if this correlation holds, BTC is exactly positioned for continued upside into a possible September 2025 major rally. So the global M2 reflects global liquidity, and it basically tells us how much money is circulating. And it's very simple. More money equals more speculation, which equals more risk on behavior, which equals BTC is going to go up and then our alts. And I'm going to explain how this all ties up to Pulsechain. So this is especially true in a macro environment where inflation is less of a concern and you start seeing monetary conditions loosen, which we are about to see with all the changes happening in the Fed with Trump right now. Also very important to check is on June 16th, we had whales that added nearly 1 million in ETH to their wallets in a single day. So what we're looking at here, it's very simple. Black line represents the Ethereum price in USD. Then the orange line is the Ethereum held by wallets upwards of 1K Ethereum. And then these purple bars, they are the net position change of all of these whale wallets daily. This is the largest one-day accumulation spike since 2018. That's right, 2018. And this is all Glassnode data. So what this means is whales buy weakness and they tend to accumulate during major dips, of course, before major breakouts, because they probably have insider info and they just have better data than us. And this level of accumulation signals that there's very high conviction and possibly even insider level confidence in this ETH short to mid-term upside accumulation. So the ETH price, which is the black line, as you can see here, was still lagging at the time of the spike. And so this often precedes a major price catch-up rally, as you can see. So you gotta follow the money, you gotta follow the whales. The price lags, but the price will catch up. And this is when we have major rallies. SPX is at all-time highs, NASDAQ is at all-time highs, BTC is not at all-time highs yet. So once it catches up, Ethereum will catch up even harder, and then the altcoins will catch up even harder, and the meme coins, etc. And this is why I think Pulsechain is going to set up for the 10,000x. Now, my friends, let's look at this very important chart. This chart compares the total 2, which is the blue line, with the total crypto market cap excluding Bitcoin, and it compares it with Coin, which is Coinbase stock, which is the black line. So we have total 2, blue line, total crypto market cap, no BTC, compared with the Coinbase stock. Here's why this is very significant. Here's the strong correlation and the key observations that we have to look at. Historically, when Coin and the total 2 move in lockstep, when they're moving together, and this suggests what? Coinbase stock performance is extremely tightly linked to the altcoin market strength. And currently, what we're witnessing, just like the ETH chart I showed previously, we're seeing a current divergence. So as of late June 2025, Coin started exploding upwards, while the total 2 is lagging and still lagging behind. So we're seeing an alt season on the stock market, and this kind of divergence often precedes a catch-up rally in all of altcoins. And what this implies is that Coin is acting as a leading indicator, and it's pricing in what? Increased trading volume, altcoin activity, and it's possibly, also going to price in a broader risk on rotation back into the alt market. And so this coin pump basically is saying, okay, risk on, crypto is about to enter a melt up, and so let's start buying altcoins. That's, I think, what it means. This is how you can interpret it. So the smart money is front-running the entire altcoin season via equity exposure on coin. So Coinbase revenue is heavily dependent on altcoin trading, and so this spiking implies that institutions are expecting what? Altcoin inflows, not just BTC ETH. So if total 2 follows, basically it's a historical relationship with coin, as we see on the chart. There's going to be a major altcoin breakout imminent, okay? It's going to happen now. There's no time to waste, guys. You need to prepare right now. Then we have this very important chart that looks confusing, but it's actually quite quite simple. So here's a clean breakdown of what this chart is telling us and why it's very important. So we have here a drawdown profile. So only two major corrections in BTC over minus 30%. We had one in August 2024 and we had another one in April 2025. Both were followed by what? Strong recoveries and new all-time highs. And all the other dips stayed in this range that we're seeing right now of minus 10 to minus 20, this small range. And so this is typical for bull markets, which is what we are in right now. We just saw one of these drawdowns. And what they are meant to do is to shake out the weak hands, but they don't disrupt this entire macro trend. If you look at the BTC chart, the entire chart still maintains its structure. This is just a bull market correction, likely the last bull market correction before we see the parabola. So as of now, if you look at the chart, we have this weekly drawdown on the simple moving average, which averages around minus 8%, and the spot drawdown is something like minus 4%, okay, right now where we are. So this signals consolidation. This is not distribution. This is not a bear market. This is consolidation, the final consolidation by whales before the final pump. And while this is all happening, BTC is just hovering around 100K. The price is being defended there. It's sort of dropped to 96, 95K, but whales are scooping all of it. And so the correct way to interpret what's happening in the market is there's volatility compression, okay? It's evident. So drawdowns are becoming more and more shallow. This is a classic sign of maturity in the market, and also that the whole trend is sustainable. It's going to maintain itself until we see the parabola, and that's when alt season actually starts. So here's what you have to watch for. If there's another deep correction, it's the last offer that you're ever going to get on like a high risk reward entry, the last one. But an absence of such a drawdown basically means that we're going to grind up to all-time highs. As predicted, I'm going to leave it linked my previous video where I was saying, look, if there's no war between Iran and Israel, price is just going to go to where the liquidity is, which is around 110K, and it's going to shoot there very, very fast. And all these charts corroborate that thesis. Now, on to the next. This is probably the most important chart that you need to watch right now. So July is consistently green for the NASDAQ, okay? This is over the last 16 years, 13 out of 16 Julys, as you can see here, 13 out of 16 have closed positive. And so the 16-year average return for July is almost 5%. I think it's 4.5% average on the candle. And so another thing that's very important to look at this NASDAQ monthly returns is in major rebound years. So 2009, 2010, 2020, 2022, July's gains were actually above average. They weren't 4.5, they were 7, sometimes even 12.5%, okay? And I think we're about to witness one of those years. So why is this important now? Because July follows the mid-year positioning shifts. So it's end of Q2, there's rebalancing in all these funds, and it looks like many of them are going to rebalance into crypto. And the coin pump sort of proves this. And so this next month is going to be some sort of like launch pad for late year rallies. All the smart money is positioning now, and all of retail will be buying the end of the year. Now we have this chart. It also looks complicated, but it's actually quite simple. Let me explain very clearly and very fast. So this chart shows that there's a very steep collapse in BTC inflows to Binance. And this is important because despite BTC trading near all-time highs, the yellow line, which is 30-day moving average of BTC inflows to Binance, is telling us that there's going to be a squeeze higher. The black line, as you can see, it's BTC price, and then the purple bell curve is the historical average distribution of inflows since I think 2020. And so the major point here is that the average inflows since 2020 are 12,000 BTC, as you can see on the top there of the bell curve, 12,000 BTC per month. And the current inflows to Binance are 5.7K BTC. So this is lower than actually bear market levels, even during periods of total fear capitulation like we saw in 2022 with FTX and Luna and all these scams. So this is extremely important because low exchange inflows equals low sell pressure. So there's fewer coins moving to exchanges, and this generally signals that holders that are buying are not looking to sell. They're putting all their BTC in their hard drives and they don't want to sell here. And usually when you see a lot of spikes in inflows, they precede corrections because it's a lot of whales sending all their coins to exchanges waiting to dip. And we have the total complete opposite right now. And BTC is at almost all-time highs. I think we're about to witness something we have never witnessed before, like the bull market of bull markets. The fundamentals are coming, my friends. Here's what this means. Basically, strong conviction holders and possibly a supply squeeze is about to happen and send BTC to the moon. Now let's get on to what actually matters, which is which altcoins are actually the most bullish. The most bullish altcoin of all, as of now, is Pulsechain. Look at this. These are entities holding Ethereum. Number one, the Ethereum Foundation with 256,000 Ethereum. Then we have this NASDAQ Chart Gaming, which has almost 200,000 Ethereum. And then number three, you have the Pulsechain Sacrifice Wallet holding 166K Ethereum, more than Coinbase, more than Gnosis, more than the government, Lido, etc. This is all in the hands of our dear friend, Richard Hart. The more Ethereum pumps, and I think Ethereum is about to pump, the more we have on our Pulsechain Sacrifice. So Ethereum pumping basically equals Pulsechain is about to go insanely bullish. Okay, we have a lot of money there from our founder that can be used for marketing, that can be used for whatever he wants. It's his money, of course. But this is incredibly bullish, and it sends a signal to all of crypto. It sends a major signal. Like, who are these guys that hold all this Ethereum? It's us. This sends a major major surge. Then our biggest whales, people that were buying BTC at $1, like Rackham Rishel, these guys are all bullish. They all turned bullish all of a sudden. And they're saying like, hey guys, get ready. We're about to go. Richard Hart is about to do his outbound marketing. Him and these whales, they're getting ready. Study the Hex chart, my friends. When no one believed in Hex, when it was down 90+%, that's when you should have been buying. Right when BTC was going. And the exact same thing is happening with Pulsechain right now. Okay, I'm getting chills because I know in my bare bones, like deep down, I know that we are about to witness the greatest bull market of all time. And I truly think Pulsechain right now is at the bottom. Scoop it now. You will not regret it. The next resistance is at 680 million market cap and then at 1.5 billion. And after that, new all-time highs. So until new all-time highs, if you're buying here, you can basically like 10x your money. Do I think this is going to happen? Once we have alt season, once Ethereum starts going, everyone's like, oh my gosh, these guys are holding billions of dollars on their sacrifice address. Start thinking of the things that Richard can do with all this money. And he doesn't need to do anything. Like just the fact that we're number 3 holding ETH, one of the most important assets in crypto. All the billionaires, all the whales are trying to get it. Okay, I think this is the last opportunity. This is your last opportunity to scoop what I think right now is the best altcoin of all. No VCs. No one believes in it. We have the best marketer. We have some of the most dedicated whales investing in the community. I'm extremely bullish and I'm buying. And so I'm bullish Bitcoin, I'm bullish ETH, and I'm extremely even more bullish Pulsechain. Think about it. You don't want to buy BTC if you're not rich. You want to buy altcoins that will outperform BTC by 100-fold, 1,000-fold. And 100-fold, 1,000-fold possibility, that's what we're looking at right now. And it's at the bottom, so what do you have to lose really here? It's looking very risky and my risk appetite needs to be filled. Let's just say that. Okay, this was the show. Take it all in, think about it. And Richard Hart, if you're watching this, I want you on my show. I want an interview with you. Please DM me. Let's talk. Bye bye. See you guys next week.